This is the Heart of LAFC Podcast, episode 101.
The City of Angels is black and gold. You are listening to the Heart of LAFC Podcast. And now, here are your hosts, Jerry Jimenez and Josef Zacher.
What is up? Welcome to the Heart of LAFC Podcast. My name is Jerry Jimenez, your host, your friend, your insider into the Los Angeles Football Club. Thank you for joining Joseph and I for episode 101 of the Heart of LAFC. Mr. Josef Zacher, what's going on, sir?
Good evening, Los Angeles. Ah, yes, the halfway point. Always a good time, especially when you're leading the league.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in case you guys have not been following along, LAFC is doing pretty good. Not too bad. You know, we are currently leading the league by a lot. It's kind of ridiculous, honestly. I don't think I've seen a club lead by this much in quite a while. The standings are quite telling, and it's crazy because the Eastern Conference is completely different from the Western Conference. So just to kind of give you guys an idea, the top dog in the Eastern Conference right now is Philadelphia Union with 39 points. LAFC 10 on top of that with 2 less games played. So that's something to take into account. Philadelphia Union has played 24 games at this point. We've played 22, 49 points. Points per game, 2.23. Yeah, that's right. We're jumping right into facts right now, into stats, because we have quite a game coming up. It's going to be a very interesting one, and we're going to get you prepared for that as well. 15-3-4, by the way, Joseph. 15-3
Amazing.
and 4. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Next level, guys. This is amazing stuff for second year. You thought Atlanta was doing something special last year. Dude, we're on pace to be better than that. So, yeah, good times. Good times. Couple slips, but man, so much potential. Oh,
absolutely. And so before we jump into the New England Revolution match coming up, we're going to be visiting the Revolution. They are currently in 7th place in the Eastern Conference with 33 points, 23 games played. Their record currently at 9-8-6. What a big difference it has made to have a coach like Bruce Arena come in and just completely change that club. You know what's funny is, I say completely, but they've added one player. And that's about it. That's the biggest thing. But I think what Bruce Arena has been able to do is, and we see it in his past, is he is a total player coach where he knows how to take these guys from 0 and make them 10s. And it's amazing. All right. And so we're going to jump into that as well. But Joseph, I feel you want to say something about this.
Yeah. The comment made by Bruce Arena when he took over the team, after the first training session was telling, because he goes, I thought I had a lot more work to do with this team, but actually it's not that much. He threw it out there and went, I don't need as many parts as I thought I did. So he's already saying he's got the talent. It just needed to be right. And I'll be honest, Brad Friedel lost the room fairly early with this side. He was doing a lot of comments of how they lack intensity. It's not like Europe. It was a lot of stuff that would belittle a player in this league, and it cost him, I think. He just didn't have it. Good as Brad Friedel was as a goalkeeper, and I think he still has potential. I think he just overplayed his hand with his side, tried to push him a bit too hard and lost the room. Where Arena comes in and can come in like a savior, and he's showing it. They haven't lost a game in 7, guys. This is the hottest team in the league outside of us. So you have the highest ranked team versus the hottest team. You thought Atlanta was a good matchup. This one's going to be even crazier.
It's such an MLS thing to happen about mid-season. The club goes from like 0 to 100 in 5 seconds, and I'm talking about not just a New England Revolution, but San Jose Earthquakes. You're saying the hottest team right now in New England. Now I'm seeing it, but at first I wasn't really paying too much attention to them. So I was thinking in my head, San Jose Earthquakes is where it's at. I mean, those guys are changing it. They're crazy. But, man.
The Almeida effect, yeah.
The Almeida effect, the Arena effect. A coach makes a huge difference. And we see that as well with us. So before we get into more details and into that game coming up, here on Saturday, August 3rd. We got to talk about something that is coming up much sooner, which is in the next few days. We're actually going to release this episode a lot sooner than I thought because we have to talk about it. MLS All-Star Game is here. A lot of people don't care about it, and it's crazy to me that people don't care about it because I'm all about the gimmicky things. So somebody on Twitter said, it's so gimmicky. Well, guess what? I love it to the point where I was almost going to spend $150 on a jersey. I didn't. All right. My wife appreciates that. My bank account appreciates that. My kids appreciate that. That jersey is beautiful. I'm sorry if you guys don't like it. Maybe I'm just, I'm gimmicky that way, Joseph. All right? Stop it. I know.
I don't like I just don't like All-Star Game jerseys that are the same color as the home team. I think it's kind of
that was kind of weird. Well, they didn't do that for Atlanta last year.
No, I just don't think it's necessary. I think it should be an MLS color.
Yeah.
It should be red, white, and blue, right? You have the Canadians, you have us, maybe red, white, and black, who knows? But yeah, I would rather see the league colors stand out because it's the league being represented than a home team.
Mm-hmm.
That's my take. Let me throw out the. I'll be the troublemaker in all this. But yeah, I'm not big on that because we saw them in training today and it looked like they were actually wearing Orlando like shorts. So
yeah,
it just didn't look right.
It didn't look right.
But it is what it is. At least there's some cool stuff that's going to happen with this game, and honestly, it's going to be an interesting matchup with Atletico Madrid since they're 10-time Spanish champions and they just kicked the crap out of Real Madrid.
They didn't just kick the crap out of them. They actually kicked the crap out of them. Then they got a truck. They ran the crap over, and then they backed into it, and then they ran it over again. What was the final scoreline? It was like 20.
Was it 7-1?
Yeah, it was like 7-1.
Yeah. Was it 7? Was it 7?
Yeah. I think it was like.
All I know is they also took Zidane's lunch money in the process. So
it was so bad.
Yeah, well done, boys.
Yeah. That was pretty great. So we're getting some comments in. Oh, somebody give us a thumbs down. Whatever, whoever that was. Probably some Carson supporter. Somebody accidentally did that. Whatever. We're awesome. We know it. We don't need you. We are live on YouTube. If you're listening to this on just audio, you can head over to youtube.com and check it out and see our beautiful faces while you're at it. Pablo Morales, by the way, buddy, super homie, Mr. Morales from Dale Black and Gold podcast, along with Mr. Louis over there. He said, hey, Joseph, internet looks better. I see it too, man. I think your internet's gotten better, and it's probably because people stopped using it late at night. We should just record these super late at night. I think that's what's happening. Monster Thruster.
The nocturnal podcast.
Nocturnal. Monster Thruster, which, by the way, probably one of my favorite names on here. He said, I'm waiting for that aux segment. Smooth jazz. Nice. Hopefully we can get aux on. So he left me a 3-minute voicemail after this last game. I'm not going to play it because it's aux. I'd rather have him call in, actually. That'd be great. I don't know if he's listening right now. Call in a few, dude. Maybe we'll have you come on. Pablo said about the MLS All-Star game, he said it should be West versus East. Did we ever have this, Joseph? I feel like at some point this was a thing.
Yeah, so there's been multiple formats. Yeah, I'm kind of tired of this international match as well. I think it belittles all of our teams, to be honest. So we had East versus West in the past. And then interesting, they had USA versus the world for a bit there too, which was a really interesting one. So all the international players versus the domestics, but that was interesting. It just looked like a B-side national team, but it is what it is. And that's kind of where it is. And then the Young Star tournament, Young Stars game kind of came up where they'd play international against another youth side. I do like the East versus West. I think we can hold our own now, and we could probably sell tickets for this thing. It would be cool. The other weird thought that I had is, what if you play the All-Star game when whoever wins the championship for the year before, and the All-Stars have to play the defending champion.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
That would be fun.
Yeah, that'd be fun. I like that. Why don't we do
that?
Yeah,
because that'd be competitive,
Joseph,
it would be really cool. There'd be some pride on the line.
Yeah.
But, that's where I'm at. And since it's kind of played out with this let's play an exhibition game against the European side, I'm kind of more excited about what's happening on Tuesday, as gimmicky as that is.
Yes.
I'm actually more excited about the gimmicky stuff on Tuesday.
Nice. Me too. So let's talk about this real quick. MLS All-Star Games. that will take. So first of all, just the All-Star game itself. That will take on. They will take on the 10-time Spanish champion, as Joseph said, Atletico Madrid, Orlando City Stadium, Orlando on Wednesday, July 31st. All right, and if you want to watch it, that will air on FS1, Unimas, TSN, TVA Sports domestically across more than 170 countries globally. So this is a game that really puts us out there. Okay, so that's why the league does it. 170 countries globally is no joke, guys. Zimmerman, Rossi, Kay will appear in their first ever All-Star game, and then Vela will participate in a second in as many years, also captaining the squad for a second year in a row. Your captain, my captain, everyone's captain, Captain Vela. That's right. 2 years in a row. Only 2 other players have captained the MLS squad 2 years in a row. Joseph, do you know who those are? Because I don't.
I'm gonna guess Donovan might be one.
I don't think so.
Just a thought.
It might have been, but I know for sure Bradley Wright Phillips is one of them. So, I believe.
That's an interesting one.
Yeah, I think so. I might be wrong. Hey, you know what? We're just throwing random facts. If you listen to us for facts, you're probably in the wrong. You shouldn't be doing that.
Yeah, All-Star trivia is not my thing. I have a
Mine
good
either.
memory of an All-Star game.
We should do
but
some
it's not
trivia one of these
Yeah.
nights. We should do some trivia stuff. Yeah, it's in here somewhere. But so let's talk about now. So yeah, sorry, but going back to the MLS All-Star game. So MLS stars and global soccer icons like Wayne Rooney, Carlos Vela, Jonathan Dos Santos, and Nani will be joined by Coque and other Atletico de Madrid players. Dude, a couple of really big names in that Atletico de Madrid squad. It's craziness. So they're also going to be playing the MLS All-Star Skills Challenge, which is what Joseph was talking about before I interrupted him. But that's on Tuesday, July 30th, 8 p.m. Eastern time. That is going to be fun to watch. That is going to be where it's really interesting. And up to this point, we didn't know who the teams were. Ladies and gentlemen, I am here to tell you those teams.
Yeah.
There's going to be 3 teams competing in this. It will be hosted by F2 Freestylers, if you guys know who those are. That's Jeremy Lynch and Billy Wingrove. And those guys have a channel, I believe, on YouTube where they've been doing this type of freestyle competitions for a while. And these 3 teams will be the MLS All-Stars, Orlando City Soccer Club will be one, and Atletico Madrid will be the other. Now, who is in these clubs? This is where it gets really fun. MLS All-Stars, Carlos Vela, of course, Wayne Rooney, and Jonathan Dos Santos joining them for the MLS All-Stars Club. Very interesting. And then we have the Orlando City team, Chris Mueller, Sebastian Mendez, and Nani. Against, this is my favorite, Atletico Madrid was like, oh, no, we're winning this thing. Coque, João Felix, and Hector Herrera will be joining the Atletico Madrid match team. So it's going to be a good one, man. They're going to be playing a couple of matches. It looks like they're going to be doing some shooting, touch and volley, passing. I don't know. Should we spend some time on these and just kind of talk about what they are real quick?
Yeah, go for it. Go for it.
So the skills. This is the 3 challenges that they're going to have. Shooting, the pressure is on and accuracy is key as each team takes shots on goal, attempting to hit targets with varying points values based on degree of difficulty. So if you guys haven't seen this, they basically set up a goal with like foam numbers, and they have to hit. Each target has a specific point value attached to it, and whoever gets the most points at the end of it wins. All right, and then there's a touch and volley. And it says, technique and creativity will be on display as each player showcases his ability to score dynamic goals. Players will receive a series of crosses served in by their teammates and attempt to score on goal. Different points will be awarded based on whether the shot is a full volley, bicycle kick, etc. So there's going to actually be judges, and they're going to be judging based on how cool it looks, how accurate, how clean the shots are. And so that's going to be fun. That's a Rooney thing right there, man, for sure. And then we have passing.
Yeah.
Passing. Each team is on the clock to score as many points as possible in 2 minutes by hitting static and moving targets that range in points based on degree of difficulty. So this one is there in a circle. There's different goals, and they have to basically hit it as many times as possible. There's going to be some lights that will tell them shoot in this direction, shoot in this direction, and then they basically have to hit the goals. So that's gonna be fun. That one's a nani, I think.
Yeah, he's gonna
Thing.
own that one.
The shooting is totally gonna be Carlos
Yeah.
Vela. That's Vela's like
Well,
bread and butter.
unless they make him use his right foot, and then maybe something else.
You think they would do that to him? I doubt it.
If it's a skills competition, you got to use all your tools, right?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, Wayne Rooney is going to give him a run for his money on that, though, because he can hit the ball pretty wild there.
That's true.
Yeah, that's gonna be fun. It's gonna be a lot of fun, and this reminds me a lot of the NHL skills competition, right? Because the NHL's kind of like been experts on this thing. Baseball's got the home run derby, but the NHL has always had a skills competition. And honestly, that's the most entertaining thing about the All Star Weekend for the NHL. Happy that we're kind of going to play this here, and hopefully it's all done. And it sounds like you got to watch it online, right?
Yep. Yeah, you have to watch it online. That one actually.
Is that what the story is?
Wait, for the skills challenge, you mean?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No. Okay, yes, it's gonna be streamed. That's what it is. And so here it is. It's gonna be streamed. MLSsoccer.com, the MLS mobile app, Twitter.com, Twitch TV. It's gonna be streamed on Pluto TV, FoxSports.com, the Fox Sports app, Fox Now app, ESPN3, TUDN in Spanish, TSN, TVA Sports, and then it's gonna be internationally streamed to Brazil, Germany, Spain, and Italy through DAZN and ESPN in Brazil, Oceania. I can't even say that right. In Latin America,
Okay.
yeah, on ESPN. So it's gonna be available pretty much everywhere. Wow. Tickets are $10 if you're in Orlando.
But online.
Online. Well, it looks that way. Yeah, it says streamed. So I'm assuming that's what they mean by it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Good stuff, man.
Welcome to the modern world.
Right. Everything is gonna be streamed.
Yeah. Cool.
So Gio says that he thinks tomorrow's skill competition is going to be a fail. I don't think it's going to be a fail. I'm going to enjoy it. It'll be fun. It'll probably be better than the
see what
actual
they got.
game. So there's that. All right.
I'd say keep an open mind. Let's see what happens.
Yeah, same. I would say keep an open mind. Enjoy it for what it is. And just pray to the gods. Pray to Sun Cisniega that none of our players get hurt. Because we have 4 of them. Zimmerman, Rossi, Kay, and Vela in the actual game. Vela, the only one competing in the skills challenge. But I mean, I don't see Vela playing the entire game. Do you think he's captaining? So maybe?
I don't think any of them are going to play the entire game.
Yeah, because they pretty much have to give everybody an opportunity, right? And what a squad it is.
Yeah, everybody gets some time. You're not going to make the trip if you're just going to watch it from the bench. Like, that makes no sense.
Nah, it doesn't make any sense at all.
Yeah, if you're on there, you're going to play. And I like what Kay was saying earlier today, how there should have been more from our team.
Oh, yeah.
I dig it.
He said we could have had at least 4 more. That's what he said.
Yeah, that's cool. That's cool.
It's true, though. Like,
yeah.
I mean,
I agree.
It's one of those things. How unfair it would be to, like, let's basically just send LAFC to play the Atletico Madrid. That would have been more fun for us, but also
probably be a better game too.
Probably not a good idea. By the way, for those that are watching the stream, this is coffee. I'm drinking coffee, trying to stay awake. It's been tough, man.
Yeah.
What are you drinking?
Liquid.
Water? Just liquids?
Diet Coke, man.
I know somebody said that they haven't heard it was the FCFC guys on the last episode. They said they haven't heard a beer sponsor or us drink any sort of beer. Yep, no, we're not drinking right now.
Damn diet.
Yeah. All right.
I gotta save it for the tailgates, guys, and for the games.
Yeah.
So, all good.
Absolutely.
All good.
All right. One more thing that we wanted to mention. You were saying about you're talking about what's his face? Ibrahimovic. He wasn't seen today at all on training. And Ibrahimovic or Rain Rooney wasn't in there either. Rain Rooney. No, Wayne Rooney wasn't there, and Wayne Rooney and Zlatan Ibrahimovic were not at practice today. We don't know why. They probably just didn't. They missed their flight or something. We don't know. All right, we don't know if Ibrahimovic is even gonna play because He's been known to not play in All-Star games. Last year, he was supposed to be there, which, by the way, like all of the advertising had him on it. Just like this year,
Mm-hmm.
he's not there yet. What do you think is happening? Hey, Wayne Rooney's supposed to play in
Well,
the skills challenge, so you know he's gonna be there. He has to.
if okay, so if you skip out on the All-Star game, you're required to sit out your next match, official match, which he's actually suspended for.
Uh huh.
So is the league gonna have the guts if he skips out to make him miss 2 games in a row?
No, you know the answer. Why
We all
not?
we all know. So I think he's kind of like, well, Mulligan, I don't have to worry about it. You're not going to do anything about it. I'm already missing the game, so
Yeah.
piss off, Fiat land. Like that's his world.
Yeah.
So I bet you he lets everyone down because that's what he's really good at doing on a personal level. Yes, on the field he does what he does, but yeah, he's not really a team player. Everybody knows that.
No. All right, man. That's gonna do it for All Star game. I think we need to jump into this New England Revolution game. There's a few things we need to talk about, but also I'm really excited. I want to try to get some phone calls in today from our listeners. We have we have about 9 people in here with us right now, so hopefully some of them will call in. But
Hey,
let's yeah, so get ready, get your phones ready. New England Revolution game. All right, next up for LAFC, who is currently, by the way, just a friendly reminder, 15-3-4. 15-3-4, 49 points, top of the league. I believe I'm gonna say it just like our buddies and defenders of the bank like to say it. We're the best in the West and the best in the MLS. Um,
yeah.
we're gonna be having a cross country road match against Eastern Conference side, the New England Revolution, on Saturday, August 3rd. Week 22 contest is scheduled for 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. It'll be broadcast on YouTube TV, Unimas 46, ESPN 710 a.m., and KFWB 980 a.m. It should be a very fun game. For those of you that have not been keeping track of the New England Revolution, those guys have been on a roll as of late. They are now unbeaten in 11 games. They just beat Orlando 4-1. They are on a roll right
Mm-hmm.
now. Now, if you're looking at the standings themselves, they are just slightly past that line. They were hugging it for a while, and now they are actually above it in 7th place in the Eastern Conference with 33 points, 1.43 points per game, goal differential of -5. Can we talk about our goal differential for just a second? Now,
It's like playing FIFA.
it's it's
Yeah.
just like that. The only other
Yeah.
team that comes close is New York City FC, and they're at 12 goal differential. 12. I'm sorry. Hold on. Is that right? Am I looking at it right? Yes. 12. uh,
Mm-hmm.
LAFC is now at 36. Like, what in the world is going on? Fantastic. No, just great
I,
stuff.
yeah, we're just slamming teams. When we get going, we get going. A lot of blowouts. So we know the only thing that kills us is when teams want to play counter and shut down. So we've been looking hot. We've been looking good. We had one hiccup against Carson, and we had a bad match against Portland, knocked us out of the cup match. But otherwise, we're plodding along in the dog days of summer.
Yep.
So we are the big dogs. There's no doubt about it. We're the team to beat. And now we go out and we have to do this hard cross country trip against a team that is flying. And yes, you mentioned the one loss, but if you go back to 2 losses, you'd have to go back to May 8th for their last actual league loss. Since May, guys, been going. That was what? They had a 5-0 defeat to Chicago on May 8th. And then they rolled over the year. Then I think the coaching change was then, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then May 11th, they got a 3-1 win against San Jose. Then they tied the Impact 0-0. Then they tied DC 1-1. Then they beat the Galaxy 2-1. Then they beat the Red Bulls 3-2. Then they lost to Orlando City 2-1. And here they go streaking again. 1-1 against Philadelphia Union. Last time I checked, they were one of the top dogs over there.
Yep.
They beat Houston 2-1. They beat Colorado 2-1. They tied DC 2-2 in DC. They beat up the Whitecaps 4-0. They beat Cincinnati 2-0, and then they beat up on Orlando 4-1. So if you look back, that's only 2 losses since May 11th. Okay. These guys are flying. Bruce Arena has got them back on track, and it's looking good. Now, I do look at the teams. There are some impressive ones. They got San Jose. That was a few months back, and San Jose is much better now than then. They got results against Philadelphia. They got results against DC. Those are playoff teams. Those are challenging teams. Okay. Impressive. They got results where they needed it. They drawed the teams that were the top dogs, and they're moving. But you know what? So are we. This is going to be a tough game for us as well because Carlos Vela and all these guys are in the All-Star game. There's no way they're coming back home and then flying back out again. They're going to have to meet our boys out there. So it's a little unsettling to see where our guys are at right now on this match. This is going to be a hard one, guys.
Yeah.
This is going to be a hard one.
Well, but here's the thing, though, and you mentioned their wins. So they just beat Orlando City, not a good team right now. FC Cincinnati, not a good team right now. Vancouver Whitecaps, not a good team right now.
Not a good team.
Colorado Rapids,
No.
not a good team right now. Houston Dynamo, not a very good team right now. So all of those wins came at the hand of kind of bad
Inferior sides.
inferior sides. They have us coming up. They have Sounders, who unfortunately haven't been doing all that great. They have New York, who's that'll be a challenge because that's away. So they're going to be playing at Red Bull Arena. They have Chicago Fire. They have Toronto FC. They have a couple of difficult games coming up. But you look at the rest of their schedule, it's not bad. They could easily make a run to get to the top of the Eastern Conference. And especially with how Bruce Arena has been working with these guys, it's fantastic, man. So we have Poison Johnny. Real quick, I wanted to throw this up here. He says, I think Bob has a bad record against Bruce, right? And also Bruce knows the system watching the game from the bank for so long. Yeah, that is a huge advantage. Bruce Arena knows who he is competing against, always. He is very prepared. That's the one thing about Bruce Arena is he knows his opponent 100%, and he knows what he needs to do. Chris Peralta said, trap game? The recent MLS player survey had New England as the most dreaded away trip. Playing on turf doesn't complement our style either. Ooh, that's another good point. You have to take into consideration that it is on turf, it is away, and right now, as we had somebody here say it. Oh, Monster Thruster. He said, I saw somewhere on Twitter someone saying that the Revs are the best team in the MLS right now. Yeah, they're looking that way.
Hottest team. Hottest team.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So they have players like
the
Carlos
hottest team.
Gil.
Look at. Oh, you want me to go over the names?
Yeah. That's what I was doing right now. So go for it.
Got it. All right. So just looking at the lineup they had against Orlando, I think that's probably the best thing to do. In goal, they have Matt Turner, who played on his head in that match. Brandon Bai, Andrew Farrell, who he's been there forever. He's general starter. Antonio Milnar, Edgar Castillo. Hey, a former Cholo.
Fantastic
midfield,
player,
you have Luis Caicedo, Wilfred Zahibo, Charles Hill, Gustavo Bo, Nia, and Teal Bunbury. That was their lineup.
Gustavo Bo is the new player, by the
match.
way. Can we talk about him real quick? This guy is a killer. So, first of all, can we just say some of the purchases from some of these clubs? Like, for example, a certain Brian from the Portland Timbers, Mr. Brian. What's his last name? Hernandez. Fantastic. Gustavo Bo is right along there. So he's from Argentina. He's basically New England Revolution's number 7. He's fantastic. He is fantastic. He was playing with Club Tijuana. For some reason, we're getting a whole bunch of Club Tijuana players coming across. Club Tijuana is doing a great job. Oscar Pareja has some fantastic talent over there. Not just Gustavo Bo, but we've seen people recently like Paul Arriola come from over there as well. But Gustavo Bo has set himself up to just be a fantastic tool for New England Revolution. So he's had 3 games. He scored 2 goals so far, 16 shots, 6 of them being shots on goal. 1 assist in only 238 minutes. This guy is somebody we are definitely gonna have to keep an eye on. He's a killer, and he will
Yep.
he will he will take advantage of any space that we give him. And I think that's what we saw with Galaxy, right? They took advantage of open spaces. We gave them way too much space, and and they capitalized. And so that's what's going to end up happening here. You mentioned Edgar Castillo, another one of those players who I think was also with Cholos, if I'm not mistaken, which is very interesting. Defender, right? And very, very good player as well. He actually went to school here in San Diego. Let me see here.
Yep.
He was with Monterrey for a little while. He was with the
Mm-hmm.
Rapids. He was with the Rapids actually last year.
Yeah,
Before,
he didn't. It didn't match well for him over there. He wasn't happy. Very, very obvious.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So I mean, again, yeah, and he did play with Tijuana. So okay, uh, just they have great players, and some of those names may not jump off the page. You know, maybe you've heard of people like Juan Agudelo, but he hasn't really been the Juan Agudelo that we all came to know and
No.
love there at the beginning of his career. So he hasn't been doing all that great. But then we have people like Teal Bunbury, right? And
Mm-hmm. Diego Fagundes,
Diego Fagundes, who's another fantastic player. We have
talented player.
Nicholas Firmino, who's a very young midfielder as well. You have Carlos Gil, who's the one actually that leads them currently in goals scored, I believe, which is 8 goals.
Interesting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
8 goals, one game winner. Yeah, Timo Bunbury, who you just mentioned, has 5 goals for them. And then you go on down that list. But Carlos Gil right now is the leader for that club in goals and assists, as well as shots. Uh, so another player that we're gonna need to be keeping an eye on there. But again, Joseph, you have a little bit more experience with what Bruce Arena does and what he's been able to do with this club. Do you? I mean, do you see this club continuing to get better, or are they gonna at some point kind of just level out and just kind of
Well, I
coast?
think they might level out with the competition. Of the two playoff teams that they played on that list of victories, they were both ties. They tied Philly, they tied DC.
Yeah,
So, have they gotten results against the big teams? No. They've taken care of the minnows, the ones that struggle as well. But they took care of business, something that we've struggled with doing. And we tend to struggle against the lesser teams. We play to the level of our opponent in many cases. It does happen. They're taking what they can in the moments that they play. Are they a pretty team to watch? Nah. They're an effective team to watch. They play their game. They do what they have to do. They can be relentless with the way they play. They can be very physical with the way they play. But when they add in a skilled player like they just picked up, the distribution is there. Agudelo comes off the bench now with this team. They have enough talent to do that. Um, they should be a 500 club. They should be a playoff club with the talent that they have. And Arena again mentioned that it's not as bad as he thought it was when he took over. So he has tools to work with. Now their mindset is right, their culture is right, and they're playing his system. He is known for taking guys that are kind of mid-range and bringing them up to impact level. That's what Bruce does. Is he gets more out of people than you expect him to get. So yeah, expect a very hard game. They're on point. Our guys are traveling, playing all-star games. Some of our players look a bit tired now. They have to play on turf. That's not good news for Beta. It's not good news for Harvey. So it could get a bit interesting. Our goalkeeper situation, we both have, we have two competent keepers that know how to do their job, but they're playing on turf. I don't think we get the greatest results on turf either. So we'll see what happens. We'll see where it goes. But expect it to be a challenging night. Don't expect like we're going to walk over these guys. It's going to be a hard one. Going to be a hard match.
absolutely. All right. So again, for those of you that are keeping track, New England Revolution on Saturday, August 3rd. That's week 22. Could Carlos Vela make it 23 in 22 games? 24 in 22 games? We're going to find out. That is scheduled for August 3rd, this coming Saturday, 4:30 p.m. Pacific time. Broadcast on YouTube TV, Unimas 46. 46, ESPN 7:10 a.m. and KFWB 980 a.m. So make sure you check that out. There's probably going to be a few watch parties, I'm assuming, right, Joseph?
Yeah, they're still getting formulated. I know from what I heard, Black Army and Cuervos are going to do a joint one. I know that one, but
Very cool.
Empire's going to have a big one out my way. Um, Everyone's got, they're all hitting their bases. I know there's going to be one at the stadium, of course, like always. Keep your eyes on social media. I'm sure the announcements will come out in the next 2 days from just about everybody. So pay
Yeah.
attention. Go to your local place. Support your team. There's a lot of new bars also in the bar program as well. Shout out to Tito, right? Um,
Tito. LAFC Tito.
Tito. Yeah.
It's LAFC
So
Alex for you guys that don't know. Follow LAFC
yeah, it's
Alex.
kind of an inside joke there, but anyways, go out there, check it out, support the places that support us, and go have a fun time watching the team. And who knows, maybe we'll get an amazing result and we'll see a Vela hat trick on the day. You never know.
Talking about support, let's talk about today's show sponsored by Away Days Football. We got to talk about those guys. They're killing it. And I say those guys, it's actually just one guy. But awaydaysfootball.com, check them out. They have this thing called the mystery kit. You spend a couple bucks, $25. They also have some other kits. I think it's like $45. You can go really crazy, $75 and get 3-month subscription. It's some really good stuff. And you basically get a jersey, an actual like legit jersey from a club, an unknown club somewhere in the world. You don't know what you're gonna get. Sometimes you get something that's completely crazy that you wouldn't have otherwise known even existed, and it's really cool. And Joseph's been doing that as well. A lot of you guys have been doing it, so we appreciate your support. Make sure you use code LAFC at checkout. Check them out at awaydaysfootball.com. They do a great job over there, so make sure you check that. And then also wanted to tell you guys about the giveaway. We talked about it last week when we had the show. Not last week, but last week. We're actually going to be doing it this weekend. So, hey, I'm Bill Wood. That's what it is. I'm Bill Wood on Instagram. Send us these prints. Here, actually, let me make this one screen so you guys can see this. We're going to be giving these out starting on Friday on social media. Follow Bill Wood. I'm Bill Wood on Instagram. So this is one of them. And this is from Los Angeles Football Club versus Minnesota United FC. And that is for the September 1st game that's coming up. And then also this one. Oh, here we go. This one is Carlos Vela print. So this one's LAFC versus Vancouver Whitecaps. And that is July 6th game that already happened. But we're going to be giving these two out, so make sure you follow I'm Bill Wood. That's going to be part of the contest. It's going to be really easy. It'll probably be just make sure you're following us, and then we're probably going to have you retweet something. And then we'll just pick a winner for both of those. So make sure that you guys check those out. I'm Bill Wood on Instagram. Really good stuff. And so we'll give those out to you guys. And yeah, Joseph, anything you want to add before we start taking some calls, man?
Dude, that one of our listeners got a Pescara jersey
What is
from
that?
Away Days.
A what?
It's an Italian team.
Oh, cool.
And a brand that you really don't see over here. So I think it was Area was the brand, and it was an authentic too. So that one looks cool. I definitely want to go after that one if I can get that one.
And that one was
But
for like the $25, and it was authentic.
yeah,
Nice.
yeah, and it was
See what
authentic.
I mean?
Yeah, it was a match. It was a match jersey. So
That's pretty rad.
check it out, guys. It's really cool. Every time I've had one, I've been impressed. So check it out, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sure.
I think it is time for voicemails.
Yeah.
You're right.
Not voicemails. Actually, call in. Here, let me see if I can get this phone line in here. This is the number you want to call. I'm going to move it. Oh, there we go. 818-927-3184. If you guys want to talk to us, we are going to be taking calls now. 818-927-3184. Ask us questions. Just call in, say hi. We're just here for you guys. Anyways, so meanwhile, while you guys do that, we're probably just going to, I don't know. Oh, here we go. Just talk about other stuff. Joseph, as we're waiting for somebody to call. Oh, it looks like LAFC Punk is on here. What's up, Jason? How are you, man? Thank you guys for joining us, by the way, on YouTube. If you're just listening to this, join us on join us on YouTube when we broadcast, and you can actually chat to us. And yeah, it looks like I actually did mean to say, "Hey, I'm Bill Wood." Uh, Not I'm Bill Wood. It's "Hey, I'm Bill Wood" on Instagram, by the way. Thank you for that, Johnny, on the chat. Uh, but call us 818-927-3184. Pablo, I see you on here. I know that you're listening. Call in, man. Talk to us. Be a part of the show. I've been on your show. Now it's your time to call me. Or LAFC. Jason.
There
Call
it
in.
is.
Anybody. Jonathan. I see all you guys in here. There is 17 people now listening, and no one's calling us. How dare you?
Call
All
in,
right.
guys. Call in. Have fun with it.
So, Joseph, I think one of the biggest things that we're talking about is obviously our depth right now, our defense taking some hits. We have the possibility of Brian Rodriguez joining us from Peñarol. Do you see any other moves happening? I mean, maybe not outgoing, but
I wouldn't.
incoming.
Mm-hmm. I think so. I think we're going to bolster the lineup a bit. It just makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense. Yeah, we're going to bring him in so we have more offensive firepower, but we got some walking wounded in the back, and I just think we need more support. And honestly, if we could find a sandpaper type of player to shut down a bit, control things a bit,
Yeah.
that would be beautiful as well. They don't have to do anything, just basically hold court when it gets kind of chippy out there.
For sure. All right. Pablo called in.
I would like that.
Joseph,
Hey.
Pablo, Mr. Morales from Dale Black and Gold is on the line. What's up, Pablo? Can you hear us? Uh-oh. He can't hear us. Hold on. How about now? Can you hear us?
Father, I don't know.
There you are.
Yeah, now I can hear.
Yay.
Hey, man. How are you doing, Father?
Pod fathers.
Congratulations to you and Joseph.
Thank you.
100 episodes.
Thank you, brother.
This is 101, actually. Well, anyways. Yeah, congratulations, guys.
Thank you. Appreciate
I
that.
was listening. Yeah, I love the long podcast. You know, I am one of those who misses the 3-hour podcast.
Yeah. I know it's 11 o'clock already, and there's a lot of people still hanging out with us, so we really appreciate it. There's some more calls coming in, but thanks, man. I appreciate it, Pablo. I know for you do you're professional at these live streams already. You've gotten super good at it. You do them every Monday at 7 p.m. You want to tell our listeners who are Spanish speakers, if they want to check it out, where they can do that?
Yeah, sure. We are on all the platforms and Twitter and Facebook and YouTube at the same time at 7 p.m. every Monday in Spanish. And Dale Black and Gold, and it's in Spanish, of course. If you are bilingual, you're welcome to join us. And I don't know, man. I'm so happy to see you doing live stuff. You know, I remember. I'll try to be quick. I know you have other people.
No
I'm
worries.
just gonna say that I am so happy to see you live like this, because I remember when we started, when LAFC started, I have to watch John Gessman.
Oh, shout out to Josh.
Nobody else talking about.
I know.
I know. He's great. I mean, he's awesome. I mean, he's an inspiration, to be honest. You know, he's great podcast. And I remember that you called before our game. You called to John Gessman. You know, but the thing is, I was thinking, I wish there was a live show for us too. So, and that's great. You have it. And I'm really happy for you guys and Joseph. And just Joseph, I think you should check it out, because somebody in your house is using the heater at the same time, probably.
Yeah, that is totally happening.
Dude, it's bad. It's bad. I know. It's the Wi-Fi. It's really not doing what it should do.
Baby steps, Pablo. Look, we're live. We're at least live now. Now we just have to, figure out and clean it up a little bit. I look pretty good though, right?
Yeah.
Like my lighting is actually getting better too. I need to work on that, but like poor Joseph over here. Yeah, it's the camera. He's using the camera that's on his computer. So we're gonna get him one. We're gonna get him a good camera very soon.
So I'm just gonna say congratulations, guys. I'd love to keep listening to you and now watch your shows. And I'm just gonna say that I am kind of worried about. I wasn't, but now that I'm listening to you guys, you get me. Like, whoa, this team is not. Actually, the Bruce Arena thing is that really worries me. You know, I hope we're gonna do great we have to, right? We need to. I mean, this Atlanta game was like, it was the best thing ever. I just, it's
Yeah.
probably the game that I enjoyed the most in the bank in this season. I swear to God. I stopped
Yeah.
taking pictures. I was so into the game. And now I hope that
Yeah.
I just hope we keep winning. And just, that's all I have to say. Guys, I'm so glad for you guys. I'm really happy for you. So, until next one, Father, you can count on me.
Awesome. I
Ciao.
appreciate it. Thank you for listening. We love what you guys are doing too, Pablo. Keep it up. But thanks for your comment. We'll talk to you soon, okay?
Okay.
All right, bye. Yeah, man. That was Pablo from Dale Black and Gold. If you guys aren't listening to that and you're Spanish speakers, actually, he also has a show with Josh Casho and Josh, I believe, and Kirk, if I'm not mistaken, started a
Yeah.
new one
Yeah.
called The Counterpress. So that's a new podcast that you guys can check out.
Mm-hmm.
Really cool stuff.
Yeah. Brand new.
Very cool stuff going on over there. Jason, try to call back, man. I saw you calling, and I had Pablo on the line, so I couldn't pick up the call, man. So if you're calling and it goes to voicemail, it's because somebody else is on the line. So, Jason, call back. Oh, there he is. Look at that. Hello, 213. Who's this?
Yo, what's up?
Hey, we got it.
There he
Here we
is.
go. Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Yeah. We gotta get that music in there for you, dude. Who is this? I know who it is, but you got to say who it is.
It's Ox, man. What's up?
It's Ox. What's up, dude? What's going on?
Nothing much. Just listening to you guys. Well, watching you guys, actually.
Nice. So
A little different now.
It's a little different. Yeah. Yeah. Ox gets the music, dude. He gets the voicemail music, even though this isn't a voicemail. This is for you. Somebody was requesting you earlier, man. I don't know if you saw that.
Yeah, I saw it. I was like, whoa.
Oh man. So give me your thoughts on this
He gets
past
his
game.
own now.
Yeah, he gets his own section in the show. Is what it's seeming like. What are your thoughts on the Atlanta game, man? Let's forget about any other game right now. Let's talk about Atlanta United. What did you think?
Well, I mean, like you were saying, I mean, it was kind of frustrating at some of the plays that they were doing. I think that the defense was, allowing Martinez to be open too much. It was kind of hard seeing that, that nobody was actually keeping up with him, which was frustrating because it's like, dude, that's like the main dude you got to cover. At one point, I was like, I was tripping out too when they subbed out Penny Martinez because, during the game, he was the one creating a place for them. So him coming out was kind of weird,
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, I mean, defense was lacking. That was my main concern. That at some of the plays, the defense was kind of slow at trying to keep the ball away and stuff. But I'm not gonna blame Pablo. I mean, it's not all his fault. It was balls that he couldn't control that he wasn't gonna be able to stop. The goals, again, different players scored. That's always good to see. Seeing different players scoring every game like that.
Yeah.
The midfield, I was, surprised to see K. I mean, there was times that K was looking kind of slow. I don't know. It looked weird the way he was playing at some, some points on there. But I don't know. I mean, other than that, I'm just glad that we got the win. It did look at some time that we were gonna end up with a tie, or even, I mean, God forbid we were gonna lose. But it did look we were gonna get that tie. Luckily, we didn't. Harvey came in, with that save. Like always, he ends up coming up with those miracle saves.
Right.
It's crazy.
Yep. Absolutely.
But, I mean, but then again, sometimes he creates that play where he makes a mistake and he has to fix it. But other than that, I mean,
He does.
I'm just glad we got that win, man.
Yeah.
We beat the defending champs. That's what matters.
Yeah, dude. That's no
let's move
joke.
on to the next, man.
For sure. And as you're talking
Yeah.
about it, we did have that kind of breakdown. If you're looking at like the scoreline, so we were up 4-2 at halftime, right? And then They came up and basically, like, with that own goal, kind of messed everything up, and I think it kind of kicked them off a little bit and mentally broke them down a little bit. But I mean, we scored in the 33rd, then the 38th, then the 42nd. Like, we came at them fast, and then the 45th. Like, we came at them really fast within the 33rd and 45th minute. That's 12 minutes. We scored 4 goals. So that couldn't have been easy for them. They came in, as we mentioned earlier, the second half, they came in flying. They knew they had to make some changes. They're like, oh, no, this is not okay. And we saw that. So, yeah, man, very good observations, Ox. I'm going to let you go, dude, but anything you want to add before I do that?
No, I'm just like always. I always leave my messages, at the end saying keep doing what you guys are doing. You guys are doing an amazing job. Congrats on the 100. You know, ready for many more. Obviously, just do what you're doing, man. I mean, you guys are doing good. It's
Thanks, bro.
awesome listening to you
Thanks,
guys
bro.
every week when we get a chance to. I mean, it's harder now for me. It's gonna be a bit harder because I work. My boss took away my music and my headphone privileges.
Oh, no. he
But that's
didn't.
something else,
Aw.
which kind of sucks because the pod fam was literally the ones that got me through the day and through the week. But I mean, whenever I'm gonna get a chance to listen to the pod, I'm going to, obviously, because you guys, are awesome, man.
Thanks,
But
man.
yeah, man, LA's black and gold, like always.
Thanks, man.
See you guys soon. Hopefully, I get to see you, Jerry, when I'm out there.
Yeah. Hopefully.
Pretty soon. I'll be out there next month. We get to hang out. Can't wait. Yeah. Love you guys, man.
Thanks, brother. All right, man. We'll talk to you soon, okay? See ya.
All right. Have a good one.
You too, bro.
Hey.
All right. That was Ox. Dude, he's great, man. So he's in freaking Kansas. He's over there with
Yeah, he's
SKC.
close, man.
But somehow
gonna-
he's still black and gold.
Somehow he always makes it happen. Hey, that's the most up he's been in a conversation in a while.
Well,
dude.
because
he
because
got
he's
some
live.
energy tonight.
Because he's live and because we make fun of him, so now he has to do it. He's still listening too, so he's probably like these jerks. No, we love you, Ox. Thanks for calling in, man. We're probably gonna need you to come on every show now. People are requesting you. They need that smooth music. Oh, and it's gone. Where'd it go? There it is. All right, call 818-927-3184. I saw a number come in. I had to hang up on you real quick because we had Ox on the line, but call back in. We're gonna do this probably for a few more minutes, and then we're gonna call it a night. But yeah, man, it's been a fun ride all the way up to 101 Dalmatians. Oh, here we go. Here's a call. Shane's coming in. I was gonna say it's been fun, man. It's been cool that we're at 101.
Yeah. Trying out new things, making it new. It's good.
Hey, when we started this podcast, I always knew we were gonna get to triple digits. And so I started with like 001. If you look at the first episodes, it's all 001, 002. And look at that. Now we're at 101. Let's see here. 909. Who's this? Hello? Oh, hold on. 909. Who's this? Hello? Hello? Who's this?
Hey, Jerry, this is Jason, LAFC Punk.
Hey, what's up, Jason? What's going on?
Hey, what's up, Joseph? I just got home.
Hey, brother.
I was how you guys doing? I'm happy I was able to see this.
Yeah, man.
Hey, first off, congratulations
Doing
on
good.
your 100th episode.
Thank you, man.
I think I left a voicemail after the Carson game. I did some singing too, so I don't know if you heard that.
No, I didn't hear that. Our voicemails actually we did get quite a few. I didn't get to hear some of them, but thanks, man. Thank you for that. I really appreciate it. Thank you for listening too. I know you've been a loyal listener for a long time, so we appreciate that.
Dude, and
yeah,
I know he's got a a Twitter account now and an Instagram account, actually covering punk music, right? Like that's stepping up now.
Punk and LAFC. I was going to start a podcast,
beautiful.
but I work 2 jobs, and I got 2 little ones, 4-year-old and 6-year-old. You guys have kids too, so you guys know what it's like. But with 2 jobs, it's crazy. Yeah, so I figured, I started Instagram and the Twitter account, the LAFC Punk, and it's been pretty cool. I get people notice me at the games. It's happened every time I've gone this year, so it's like, whoa, man! I took a buddy this week, and he was all like surprised. He goes, "Man, you're famous here." I got us some free beer at the tailgate.
Nice, dude. It's weird,
The
huh?
family,
Like,
man.
that happens. That
Yeah.
happens to us all the
Yeah.
time too. It's fun, man. We love it. It's super cool. But that's awesome, man. And you know what? As far as like the podcast, if you really want to do it, and by the way, whoever's calling from Lancaster, 661, call back in just a little bit, okay? I promise you, I'll get you on. But as far as the podcast goes, dude, if you ever need any help, we're here for that. But I think it's a great idea for right now. You starting. I know it's tough, especially having kids. We have 2 kids as well. I don't work 2 jobs though, so that can't be easy. You do have to give time. That's the one thing. You see us here at 11:30 on a Monday, recording because that's when we can do it. That's when it's possible for us because it's a busy time. So, yeah, man. No, we get it, dude. But I'm really interested to hear what your thoughts were on just where we're at right now. Maybe the upcoming game or even the game against Atlanta. You wanna give us some thoughts, man?
Yeah, I was at the game Saturday. I was actually right next to the Atlanta supporters, and they were really cool people. I got to say, They were. I shook hands with a few of them after the game and before the game, but after the game, they were really cool and they were like really impressed by the 32-52. I'm usually out in the 32-52 with the Empire boys, but my buddy who I went with said he wasn't ready for the 32-52. So, but I got a different perspective sitting up like 3 rows from the top of the stadium, and I love that we won, but I'd like to see more of a defensive approach after we were up 4-1, 4-2. Mm-hmm. It was just kind of frustrating to see, like, at one point, like the 85th minute, Eddie Segura was like in the offensive box, and I told the guy next to me, like, what's he doing that far up front? And it gave Atlanta a lot of chances. I mean, Atlanta scares me. They got Josef Martinez, and Atlanta had a lot of chances. But I mean, we won, but I'm worried that when the playoffs come, that it's gonna hurt them. So I would like to see more of a defense approach when they get these leads. I mean, I know it's nice to score goals. I tweeted out during the game, put a Twitter on Instagram that I don't know, I'm showing my age here, but it reminded me of an old LA Laser game back in the day. I don't know if anyone else used to go to LA Laser games, but that's what it reminded me of. That's
Joseph
the end of the second half.
Yeah.
Goals.
Yeah, we had season tickets for that one too. Of course, right?
He probably remembers
Fabulous Forum.
He probably remembers the Los Angeles
Yeah,
Thunderbirds.
the orange. I still have a poster, like this really corny poster from the Lasers, where the players are hanging off the Hollywood sign in the poster. It's like the cheesiest poster you will ever see. I'll put it up one show.
Oh, wow.
And they're hanging off there with paint cans, like they're painting the Hollywood. Weirdest thing ever. But I miss the orange ball. I do.
Oh, I love the orange ball.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
And my dad had Kings season tickets, so I was intrigued by. I love soccer, so I was like, "Can you take me to Laser games?" My dad would take me to Laser games too. One time we went to a Laser game and Kings game all on the same day.
Nice.
That was cool.
That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah.
But like I said, I would like to see more defense after they go up. You know, that's kind of a concern going into the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure. And I think that's one of the biggest things.
I agree.
It's one of the biggest things that we've had, right, Joe? Where at least last season we've gotten a lot better from that, right? Where in the last few minutes we would completely have a breakdown, and that's not happening anymore. However, we still have some work to do there as far as, you know, we score 4, but then we can't keep them at 0. We have to, for whatever reason, keep trying to score. That's the beauty of Bob Bradley, though. He's just like, 4? Nah, let's go for 5. Let's go for 6. Let's go for 7. And that leaves open spaces. And then what ends up happening is they start, you know, coming up, and then it's 4-1, 4-2, 4-3. Luckily, I think this was lucky. Very lucky from us that we were able to take the win.
Wonder, are we even built to kill a game? Like to just turn it into garbage time? Like you see many teams do, where it's the ball's out of bounds, guy's hurt. Like, you know, garbage time. Where you just let the play run out. The clock runs out, nothing's going on. You know the play's pretty much done with. I don't think we've ever had a game where we're just canceling the game out and calling it a day. It's just running and gun. I don't think we even know how to play that way at this point.
No.
It's just not in our. It's not in our ethos.
No.
But it would be nice to see that. that, let's just take kind of a match and ride it out. It'd be cool.
That would be awesome.
It'd be good for my heart. I'll say that much.
Yeah. All right, Jason.
Yeah, I love seeing that.
Yeah.
All right, hey, thanks guys so much. Congratulations on 100. You guys are awesome.
Thanks, man. I
I'll see you
appreciate
guys
it.
soon.
Hey, we'll talk to you soon, man. We're gonna
problem.
take some.
Thank you,
We're gonna
brother.
do some more of these, and we'd love to have you on.
Okay.
We appreciate it,
Oh, yeah,
brother. All right, cool.
All right, thank you.
Oh,
See ya.
is he still there? Is he still there?
He's
Is he still there?
He's still here. Yeah, he's still here.
Oh.
Yeah.
Is there a theme song
I can see that.
for this match? Do you have a song you want us to listen to for the match?
Shipping out the box.
Ooh, I know, I
by
stumped it.
Dropkick Murphys.
Oh, say it again.
I'll put that on my Instagram story on Saturday. It'll be shipping out to Boston by
Cool.
Dropkick Murphys.
Hey, shipping out to Boston. One of my favorite songs, actually, by Dropkick Murphys. Very good
Hey,
song.
well done. There we go.
Great one. That is a
dig
party
it.
starter.
Right.
You know which another good one is The Boys Are Back. That's another good one. So there you go. All right, awesome, man. Thank you for calling us.
Yeah.
Yeah, good stuff. Man, I love this family, this community. It's cool because
Dude,
all
it's
of these-
awesome. It's
all of the-
family.
all of
You know,
these
you go
guys-
to a tailgate, I always run an LAFC Punk. Always. Every game we talk. It's awesome.
yeah,
It's even if it's a split second. Dude, it's the family, man. It's the LAFC family.
that is awesome. 661 Lancaster, go ahead and call us right now. I will get you on. You're gonna be the last one if you call in. 661 I'm not gonna give the number. 661 Lancaster. If you're calling, call again. We're waiting for you. You're gonna be the last one before we have to go. Rose tattoo is good too, says MG on. Yeah, man. Those are all good songs.
Gonna be a blackout tonight.
Yeah,
right?
Yep.
A blackout tonight. Let's say it. There
Dude,
it is.
shipping out to Boston
All
is
right.
a
Yeah, I
great
love
song.
Rose Tattoo.
I feel like I
Yep.
need to find that now on here. If he doesn't call in the next few, like in a minute, we're gonna go ahead and call it a day. It's because we're at an hour now. But great stuff from everybody.
Yep.
Thank you guys, whoever has called already. Love you guys. We appreciate you, and just know that we're gonna keep doing this. It's gonna get better and better. I'm not gonna be all nasally at some point. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fantastic, especially being able to streamline it and make it make it faster. Like right now, I'm trying to play a song and it's not letting me, but it's okay. As we're waiting, Lancaster, whoever was calling, he might not even be on anymore. But thank you guys so much for hanging on. It's 11:33. We're still out here. We still have people listening and watching us. I don't know why you guys are doing that, but we appreciate you so very, very much. So here's the song that Jason was talking about right here, in case you guys haven't heard it. Oh yeah. I think we're gonna call it a night, Joseph. Especially end on this right here.
I think it sounds good. Saw these boys last year. They were playing with Flogging Molly. Pretty awesome.
With Flogging Molly? Dang.
Yeah, that was the co-headline. It was awesome.
That is awesome. All right. Well, Joseph, do you have anything you want to add before we go, man?
Dude, beat the Revs. That's all I can say is beat the Revs. Let's keep this moving.
Oh yeah. That's it. I think that's what I'm gonna say too. All right. Well, thank you guys for listening to episode 101. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. It has been a fun night. Now I have to go and cut these up and throw them up for everybody else to listen to. If you're not watching this, you're listening to it. Thank you for listening. You can also watch it on YouTube. We are here for it all. We'll see you guys next week. All right. We'll do this again next week. We're gonna try to get Joseph a better camera and all that stuff. Still working on
Better internet.
Better
Yes.
internet. We need to connect some cables rather than doing it Wi-Fi. That's what's happening. All right. For Mr. Joseph Sacker, my name is Jerry Jimenez, and you have been listening to the Heart of LAFC podcast. Stay golden.
Thank you for listening to the Heart of LAFC. Make sure to leave us a rating and review on iTunes or Stitcher. Shoulder to shoulder, the black and gold is taking over.